Hey everybody, I hope that you're all having a really great day and a really great week and are ready for summer to kind of start to close up here. Today I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about some relationship stuff. I've been kind of thinking about some different topics to kind of talk about, and so today I thought we could talk a little bit about different ways that we can help to make sure that the people that are around us feel cared for and feel loved and feel wanted within our relationships. When we develop our relationships with different people, it's always very important to remember that we shouldn't try to rush those relationships or try to push them to happen or to occur. We need to make sure that those relationships that we are starting in our life, whether they are with friends, continuing to work with family members, a significant other, coworkers, any kind of relationship, we don't want to force things. We don't want to make things happen. We want them to happen naturally and work together with that other person so that we can continue to have a nice, healthy relationship. So today we're going to talk about a few different ideas and kind of some tips that you can do to be able to strengthen those relationships and work hard at them. All of the relationships that we're in, no matter what kind of relationship, whether it's a new relationship and if we've been in that relationship for a while, they all take a lot of effort. They all take a lot of time, communication. They all take work. And that's one of the hardest things about knowing relationships, that they don't just go the right way that we want them to each and every day. We have to work at those relationships if we want to be in those relationships. So these are just some ideas and different things that we can do to keep those feelings strong in the relationships that we're in, keep that excitement, keep the fun, and make sure that we're giving that effort each and every day. So one of the things that we have to make sure that we remember is that when we go into a relationship, we are not always doing that for the short term. We want to make sure that those friendships that we're building, maybe if it's a relationship that is more intimate or like a boyfriend, girlfriend kind of relationship, that we're looking at those relationships in a long term. We want these relationships to stay in our life and not just come and go. If they're healthy and they're strong and they're positive, they should be something that we look forward to, and we should be able to keep strengthening that relationship as we go on. So as long as we keep putting in that time, that effort, that care into those relationships, there's a higher probability that those are going to last a lot longer for us, and those connections that we'll have with other people are a lot deeper and stronger in those relationships too. Keeping those relationships healthy and positive and non-toxic for us as well. So one of the things is, when you're in a relationship, make sure that you follow through with what you say. Follow through with what your promises are. If there is somebody if you can trust somebody, you're going to feel more comfortable having that relationship with them. If someone can trust you, they're going to feel more comfortable having that relationship with you as well. Trust is a huge part of relationships, of why they last, why they don't last, how they can move forward, how they come to a stop. So if you show that you're reliable and that you can be there whenever they need you, it'll let your friend, your partner, the other person in that relationship feel extra close to you, and they will know that you have them, you have their back. When we think about trust, it doesn't have to be anything big or grand. It can just be where if your friend is having a tough day and they just need to talk it out, they can call you up on the phone and you will be able to answer them and just give them that time to talk. It's just making sure that when you say something and when you give that commitment to them, that you're going to follow through with that. Don't make plans all the time and then cancel to go hang out with somebody else. Don't come up with ideas to do things together and then you never want to do them. Don't say that you'll always be there to talk, and then whenever they need to just talk about anything, whether it's good, bad, or just anything that just happened in their life, you're not there. So whatever you say you're going to do, make sure you follow through with those promises. One of the things that I kind of brought up too is making sure that you spend time together. So if you're planning a weekly get together, maybe having one night a week where you watch movies, hang out, that's good. Making sure that you're always carving time out to be together. You want to make sure that you're spending that quality time together. Now, that doesn't mean that every single day you have to do something together, or every single day you have to do things where they are the only person that you pay attention to. You still need time to yourself, and you still need time to be with other friends, or your family, or your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, or your coworkers, anybody. But you're spending quality time together. So you're still making time for them when they need you to be around. And you're still putting forth that effort into that relationship. So you could do a movie night, go out for supper, go out for ice cream. You just want to make sure that you're showing them that you would like to be in their company and you would like to have their company as well. Kind of figure out how they kind of speak with different people through relationships. Do they communicate really well? Do they need a little bit of extra support from you? What are some things that make them happy? What are some things that don't make them happy? You've got to kind of learn about that person and learn what their, relationship language is. When you're communicating with them, make sure that you're making eye contact. Make sure that when you take the time to talk with them, hang out with them, that you are making eye contact, just showing them that you are there. Now, that doesn't mean that you sit there and you're staring at somebody and not breaking that contact either. You're giving them good eye contact. When you're doing that, is taking the time to check in with them, looking at their nonverbal cues. They're looking at your nonverbal cues. It's helping you each to communicate with each other, knowing and anticipating those different wants and needs, and keeping that dialogue going back and forth. When you're also communicating with somebody, make sure that you're there in that present moment. When you're giving them that eye contact, that you're fully there. When you hang out with somebody, you want to make sure that you're thinking about what's going on at that time. You're not thinking about doing something with somebody else the next week, or what had happened at work that day. You're in that moment with them. Sometimes if it's like a family member, or like a boyfriend or girlfriend maybe that you've been seeing for a while, people say that we kind of fall into ruts where we just kind of do the same things over and over, and we're just used to that. So if you're used to going with your brother every single Sunday afternoon, and you guys go out for supper together, and you just kind of talk about the same things, you don't do anything new, we'll kind of break it up a little bit, but make sure that you're in that moment with them, even though, yes, it's something that you do weekly, that hanging out with your brother, but it's still important to have that quality time with them too. Make sure that you do some sort of act of kindness, any kind of act of kindness for them, showing that you are willing to help them out in any way to make their life a little bit easier. It's really showing that you care. So it doesn't mean that you have to plan a big, huge trip, or spend the whole entire day together. It could just be a simple, if you and your friend text to each other, just having a simple little text and be like, hey, I just want to make sure that you're having a really great day. Let's get together soon. Maybe you'll get home and a friend of yours has dropped off just a little small present for you or something. Making sure that on your way home you just pick up the phone and give somebody a call. Or maybe you know that your friend's been really busy, so maybe you want to stop over and make sure that their cat has water or something. It's just any little thing that you can help out with their day-to-day needs. Any kind of small act of kindness, coming over and pulling their weeds for their garden, or if they have been really busy and they haven't been able to take care of some stuff, go over and help them out. Help them by raking up some leaves, or help them by getting some of that lawn work done or something. It's just a small act of kindness that you can do for them. And again, when you're communicating with that eye contact and things, make sure you're always listening to them. Listening to your friend, your partner, anybody in that relationship, or any relationship, is a good way to make them feel appreciated. You don't even have to say anything to fix a problem for them. You don't even have to say anything or give a suggestion. Sometimes people just need you to listen. So lending that listening ear can go a long ways to help that relationship and develop that relationship with somebody else. When you're in a relationship, it's important for you to be heard, and it's important for them to be heard as well. So lend that listening ear, listen to what they have to say, and it will help with that relationship as well too. So I hope that some of these things are some things that you can try. Maybe there's some relationships that are struggling right now that you can kind of work on, knowing that you can work on them together. Making sure that these are also healthy relationships that you want in your life. They're positive relationships that are needed in your life too. We don't want to continue those unhealthy, negative relationships that are not good for us mentally or physically. So make sure, just take that time. Just remember always to be authentic, be real, be kind, and that's all we really need to help with our different relationships. I hope you have a really great rest of the week, and I will see you all soon. Bye.